They told you failure was the end, like a full stop in your story. But what if I told you it was just a comma, a pause before the rise? This is not where it ends. This is where warriors are born, dreams are tested, and the unstoppable rise from the ashes. Stay, because your comeback begins now. Failure. It's the word that breaks most people before life ever gets the chance to build them. It's the scar you try to hide, the bruise they mock, the shadow that haunts your confidence every time you dare to rise. But listen to me. Failure is not final. It's not your ending. It's your evolution. It's the battlefield where champions are made, the proving ground where the weak stay down and the relentless rise. Every legend you've ever admired, every icon, every innovator, every game changer has danced with failure, stared it in the face, and decided it would not define them. You see, failure is misunderstood. It's not your enemy. It's your instructor. It doesn't whisper defeat. It shouts direction. It redirects. It reshapes. It rewires the soul of a fighter. It doesn't say you're done. It says you're ready. Ready to learn. Ready to adapt. Ready to fight smarter, stronger, harder. You don't fail because you're weak. You fail because you're trying. And the act of trying is a threat to the mediocrity around you. The world doesn't celebrate failure, but it celebrates the phoenix who rises from it, scarred but stronger. There's power in the fall because the ground teaches you the value of getting back up. So next time life knocks the breath out of your lungs, don't call it the end, call it training. That's what it is. Training for your resilience, training for your greatness. Every no you've heard, every rejection, every closed door, it's not a dead end, it's a detour to something greater. Stop treating failure like a prison and start treating it like a classroom. Success is never straight. It's never clean. It's never easy. It's made of jagged edges, rough roads, sleepless nights, and the haunting echo of not yet. And still, you rise. You fall again and rise again. Because you understand now, failure is not a tombstone. It's a stepping stone. The deeper the fall, the higher the rise. And the more painful the lesson, the more powerful the transformation. If you failed, good. That means you're in the game. You're moving. You're swinging. You're not sitting on the sidelines watching others chase their dreams while you drown in comfort. Failure means you've got skin in the fight, heart in the hustle, blood in the grind. That puts you ahead of those too afraid to even begin. You are not broken. You are being built. You are not done. You are developing. This is your storm, but storms are where eagles fly. You don't crumble here. You conquer. You don't retreat. You reload. Because when your back is against the wall, that's where your rawest strength lives. It's not the easy wins that shape legends. It's the bruises, the doubts, the nights you screamed into the darkness but still showed up the next day. That's power. That's purpose. And that's the kind of soul no failure can ever bury. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not the moments you missed or the chances you blew. You are what you do next. That decision right now to rise, to fight, to rewrite the narrative, to own your scars and wear them as armor, because failure doesn't get the final word, you do. This is your story. Make the next chapter legendary, then let's keep going. Deeper, stronger, louder, because the world needs to feel the roar of someone who refused to let failure write their ending. Every empire that ever stood tall was first built on ruins. Every masterpiece was once a messy sketch. And every victorious soul walked through valleys of doubt before climbing their mountain of purpose. Failure is not a signal to stop, it's the invitation to grow. And those who misunderstand it, they quit. But you've come too far. bled too much, endured too long to throw it all away now. You've cried behind closed doors. You've questioned yourself in silence, but still, you're here, breathing, beating, believing that maybe, just maybe, there's more. And guess what? You're right. There is more. More strength in you than you've seen. More battles to win. More stages to rise upon. More chapters left unwritten. See, most people are chasing perfection, but perfection is a myth. It's failure embraced, refined, and reimagined. Your scars, they're not signs of defeat. They're the ink of your survival story. Wear them boldly. They mean you tried. They mean you lived. They mean you're human and unstoppable. They mean you didn't settle for a life of excuses, because excuses are the language of those who fear failure, and fear is the only real failure. You've stumbled? Good. That means you're walking forward. You failed big? Even better. That means you dared big. The ones who achieve greatness aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fail the most and keep showing up, keep swinging, keep believing, even when no one's clapping, even when no one's watching, even when no one believes in them yet. Because it starts with you, not their opinions, not their validation. You, your fire, your grit, your refusal to stay down. You see, failure is only final to those who accept it, but the moment you reject it, refuse it, stand back up and push again, it loses its power. You rob it of control, and in its place, you build something unshakable: confidence, vision, legacy. Because what defines you is never the fall, but the fight that follows. Some of you are standing in the ashes of dreams that didn't work out, relationships that broke you, goals that crushed you. And you're asking, why me? But the real question is, what now? Because the moment you stop mourning the fall and start preparing for the rise, that's when the shift begins. That's when your spirit evolves from fragile to ferocious. That's when fear turns into fuel. That's when you become the person failure never saw coming, the one who won't be silenced, the one who won't be erased, the one who keeps building brick by bloody brick, even when the world says it's over. Let them talk, let them doubt, let them walk away, let them laugh. Because when you rise, and you will, they'll fall silent. Every rejection is just a redirection. Every closed door is pushing you toward the one that swings wide open, but you've got to keep moving. Even with the weight of failure pressing on your chest, even when the nights feel longer than your hope, even when it feels like no progress is being made, that's the moment when transformation is happening the most. In the dark, in the silence, in the grind that no one sees. That's where warriors are forged. You're not here to tiptoe through life, avoiding failure. You're here to shatter ceilings, to rewrite your ending, to turn that I failed into I rose. So don't just face failure. Embrace it. Dance with it. Learn from it. And then leave it behind as you climb higher. Because the truth is, every time you rise, you're building a legacy not just for yourself, but for everyone who will come after you. You're proving that the comeback is always stronger than the setback. You're living proof that failure is not final. It's just the fire that forges greatness. So now I ask you, what will you do with your failure? Will you bury it, or will you build with it? Will you run from it, or will you rise because of it? The choice is yours, but hear this loud. Failure is not your finish line. It's your forge. And if this message hits something deep inside you, don't keep it silent. Share your story. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let the world know that you're not done. You're just getting started. Because the fire in you is greater than the storm around you. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something unstoppable.